What's up, everybody? This is Why We Love Horrors, the Watchalong Show. I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, what's going on this fine evening?
Yeah, good evening. Fine evening to discuss some more 70s hidden gems as we consider as we continue with the Watchalong show for the Letterboxd challenge of our Lord 2026.
There is the QR code. You could pause the video, go to that QR code. That is the 2026 third annual Why We Love Horror Letterboxd challenge. We're in the second set of prompts. We're watching 5 lesser seen movies from the 1970s that have to have 20,000 or less reviews on Letterboxd. Maybe next year we'll drop it down to like 5. We'll get really crazy, but 20,000 is fair. It eliminates all the ones you should have seen already. In this instance, I'll go first. My movie came out first, so I'll talk about it. I'd never even really heard of it until I was searching around. This is Under the Blossoming Cherry Trees from 1975, a Japanese horror movie. And I found in this time period in Japanese horror, we're well before Takashi Miike and Ringu and like all this stuff. We're way, way, way before that. Mm-hmm. And I find that the 70s, like starting with, I guess, Demons, which is berserk if you haven't seen Demons, going into like Legend of the Mountain, and then this movie, there's definitely like a style, and it doesn't even feel like horror, but then you start thinking about the movies, and you're like, these are some pretty damaged folks in these movies. This movie is basically about, the main character is just a bandit. He doesn't have a name. He's just this guy, this marauder that lives in the mountains outside of a major Japanese city. We don't even know where in Japan we are. And there's cherry trees between where he lives up on the mountain and the city. One day, just some random folks are walking through the forest, and his whole thing is he just kills anybody that's walking through the forest because man's got to eat, man's got to get shit. He's got a bunch of like women he keeps back in his house. And then the woman in this group that's traveling is just so beautiful that he just wants to make her his wife. He carries her. She lets him carry her. It's not like she's a willing participant. He goes back to the house. She's so much prettier than all the women he has there. Like, she just starts ordering him around, and he is so happy to have this beautiful woman that this barbarian basically does whatever she says. Like, she has him kill all the wives except one. Then she's just like demanding stuff and demanding stuff and demanding stuff. And as a dude, I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship like this, Aaron. Like, you kind of wonder at what point he's going to get sick of her shit. Sure. Yeah. And that's kind of like the whole premise of the movie. Like, what are you going to do to like continue to punch above your weight? Like, what will you sacrifice to continue to punch above your weight is basically the whole thing of Under the Blossoming Cherry Trees. And there's a whole like mythology of it where like he always avoids the cherry trees, because if you walk through the cherry trees while a wind blows and the petals fall on you, you go mad. So that's also like a theme to the movie. But I'd recommend it, especially if you're into like, if you want to dip your toe in Japanese horror. This is a good example of what you're being for. It's like 2 hours of just really beautiful cinematography and like crazy characters. But it is dense. So 3.5 for me on Under the Blossoming Cherry Trees. What did you watch this week?
Yeah, I watched a movie that I've gone by quite a few times and just never stopped on. 1977's Blue Sunshine. Jeff Lieberman directed. I've seen a few Jeff Lieberman movies now. Satan's Little Helper and Just Before Dawn, which I reviewed on Aaron Unwinds during the Alphabet Challenge over there, if you want to see my thoughts on that. Blue Sunshine is basically about people who started losing their hair and going on violent rampages for some reason. That reason it's revealed in the Letterboxd synopsis, so I guess I'll just reveal it here, but I would have rather not known it going in. The reason Blue Sunshine, it's an LSD that a bunch of people took 10 years prior, and it's causing people to go berserk. So it's a little bit of like that drug panic, like late 70s, early 80s, like drug panic horror in a way where it like really does take it pretty serious, to the point where like it even ends the movie being like there's still 250 doses of Blue Sunshine out there in the public somewhere that goes unaccounted for that we don't know of. Like, watch out. Like, that's like how it ends, and that doesn't even spoil like the actual ending of the movie, so don't worry there. But overall, it's like it's okay. It's more of like a mystery movie than anything else. The kills aren't exactly memorable in the movie. The performances of everybody as they're like losing their minds, and once in a while, these bald people with bald caps are wearing wigs trying to disguise that they're not bald, and it's kind of funny, I guess. But I'm not sure if it was supposed to be or not. But it was entertaining enough. It's nothing. It's definitely not like a 70s horror. I'll be like, this is 70s horror you gotta get to. 3 stars. It's okay. He gets the job done. Lieberman's movies all are like 3 to 3.5 stars for me. Nothing is above, nothing is below. So far, at least, I haven't watched Squirm yet, so maybe that will be the outlier. But yeah,
we'll see. All right, and then in addition to that Letterboxd challenge, Aaron and I also have our self-imposed challenges for the year. Aaron gave me 100 films. You can pause and go there. That's the 100 films I'll be walking through this year. And then I gave Aaron 100 films, and those are the movies Aaron's going through this year.
Yes.
And we'll just go in chronological order. So we'll start with Aaron's films. What's the first film you watched this week?
First film I watched was a movie I never had really heard about. Toby Dammit, starring Terrence Stamp and Federico Fellini. Yes, that Federico Fellini, 8.5, and others. I haven't watched a lot of his movies. I watched Juliet of the Spirits, which I loved as well, and this I loved. It's just like completely a bizarre atmosphere that keeps throughout the, I think 48-minute runtime, maybe 58 minutes, but either way, it's like under an hour. And Terrence Stamp, needless to say, is incredible as Toby. It's just completely up my alley with regards to the style, the approach, and the subject matter, and just that ending is incredibly iconic. Somehow I didn't know about it, but I always consider it iconic. And that poster is kind of a spoiler. So it's a great one. 4.5 for me, nearly a 5-star movie.
This actually is a 5-star for me. I mean, granted, it's not a feature-length movie; it's just barely over an hour. If you don't appreciate Terrence Stamp, watch Toby Dammit, and then you will appreciate. I mean, if you don't appreciate him from all the things he's in, yes. But this is great, and I feel it's even though it's not relatable, it's relatable because I think we've all been forced while hungover or compromised to do things, and this movie has the anxiety of he needs to work through his life, and he is just royally fucked up the entire time. Yeah. All right, what else did you watch?
And then definitely changed the speed. 1969's The Cremator. This one was awesome. It's a Czech new wave movie, I believe, from 1969, directed by Jiraj Herz. I've not watched anything he's done or heard of really anything he's done, but this movie is very impressive. It was kind of one of those movies that was banned for a long time. Gallows humor doesn't do it justice for the commitment to the bit. This is Yorgos before Yorgos, big time. This Yorgos has to love this movie. There's just no way he doesn't. The deliberate monotoned monologues of the main character are incredible, and for some people are very grating. And I'm sorry you missed out if you had that reaction to it, because this movie is just great. And the way it just holds its hand close to its chest throughout, and just made in 1969, just incredibly feels ahead of its time. Just the bounds of evil. This is one of the movies I would point to for that. So honestly, I probably should have given it 4.5 though. I'm not sure why I didn't give it 5.
I'm also at 4.5 on The Cremator. It is a black comedy. Now, Aaron actually reframed it for me because it definitely wasn't registering for me as a black comedy when I was watching it. I was like, this is just fucked up and bleak. This is a bleak fucking movie. No, it's crazy. But yeah, you're right. I appreciated it in a whole different way. And if you're into Jiraj Herz, don't worry. There's 2 more movies of his on the 100 movies I gave you. You're also going to watch 1975's version of Beauty and the Beast, which he directed, and Morgiana, which he directed. So the more Jiraj Herz coming your way this year.
Looking forward to that. But I got the joke right away with this one.
Fair enough. I should rewatch it. I watched 2 movies this week as well, starting with 1977's Rituals, and Aaron and I both had the same comment about this in our reviews. This is, Deliverance came out 5 years? It was 72, 5 years before this.
Yep.
I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if some Canadian guy was like, we need to do our own version of Deliverance, because like the plot points, while it's not like these guys piss off locals, they just kind of run afoul of locals, so it's slightly different. But the parallels are too stark to ignore. I feel so bad for these dudes because they're essentially just like, they're good dudes. Like they didn't do anything wrong. They're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. These 5 friends just on a fishing trip up in northern Canada just happen to run afoul of this fucking maniac who hates doctors, and they're all doctors. I don't know how he figured out they were doctors, but he does not like doctors, and he it's like wrong turn level, like survivalist wilderness, like damage he does to these poor bastards. I feel like, again, just kind of like with Toby Dammit, this poster is also a spoiler, but whatever.
Yes.
But again, it's fun enough. I'm at 3.5 on Rituals.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's so damn bleak.
Yes.
Because of how much they don't deserve what's happening to them and how realistic it's portrayed. I give it a 4. I really had a good time with this one.
Yeah, I think like, and Hal Holbrook is like the main star of it. Like you can even tell like he's great in it, and you can just tell like they don't even want to like fight back against this dude, because the like when it's revealed like the backstory of the antagonist, it's like you don't even want to hurt the guy, but like he's gonna fucking kill you. It's really it's good. Yeah. And the second movie I watched this week, a delight. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest movie I've ever seen, but I'm kind of glad you gave it to me. Peter Weir's The Plumber, Australian made-for-TV movie from 1979. It is, I think you described it as the Australian cable guy, and it is like the Australian. If the cable guy was a plumber and Matthew Broderick was a woman, that would be this movie. Again, not like. She kind of like heads him off at the pass. Not that I'm spoiling the movie. She kind of heads him off the pass because he doesn't do anything besides be like an overbearing nuisance for the whole like 70 minutes. And she fucks him over royally. Like at the end of the movie, it's like, all right, I guess he deserved it. I guess so.
I don't know.
Like he's just a nuisance. Like just imagine if like you just took out a nuisance in like the most prejudicial way. That's what happens in this movie. Again, I appreciate it more than I like it. I'm at a 3 on The Plumber.
Yeah, I like this one, 3.5. It's not like amazing, but like Peter Weir has some amazing like accredited films here, and he's
Picnic at Hanging Rock, and then this.
Crazy.
Get out of here.
I was like, this is great. Whatever, it's good enough.
All right. Well, that'll do it for the Watch Long Show this week. Next week, we're trucking into week 4 of our 70s deep dive. We'll be back for that. We've made this far in the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. One more time. There's the Letterboxd challenge. Pause if you want. My 100 movies and Aaron's 100 movies. But until next week, I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. We'll see you here on Why We Love Horror, the Watch Long Show. Here's the schedule.